Crusades, a pre-series overview. And this is a pre-series overview that I'm going to do. I am going to do a Crusade series eventually, of reviewing each Crusade majorly, including the Northern Crusades. So, thank you for watching. This is just an overview. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Okay, before I start talking about my overview, what does the word crusade mean? Well, first, I have to tell you about history. Okay, so the first crusade was originally going to be helping the Byzantines to regain some territory and get Jerusalem back. So they basically started by making, let's just call it a crusade, since basically the Pope wanted to end kind of the conflict, so they just called it a cross, like Christian aid, crusade, crusade. So that's just the origin of the meeting. Now let's get started. Okay, 3 types of crusade. How and why? Okay, there's the Northern Crusades, the Southern, or the Crusades you probably know about, and then the Spanish Crusades. In this overview, I'm just going to talk about mainly the Southern and Northern, but I will be going into the Spanish. So the Northern Crusades were driving out the pagans in like the 1300s, because there was a ton of them in the Baltic states. The Southern were mainly trying to reclaim Byzantine territory. Okay, and the Western were mainly kind of like the Southern, but aka the Spanish. They were they were trying to conquer the southern area of Spain, which had mainly been conquered by a bunch of Muslims. So these were just the kinds I'm going to be talking about. Okay, I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about the actual Crusades in this video. I'm just going to talk about the famous figures and also the other stuff that I already talked about. So, in the Northern Crusades, some of the most famous were Duke Yagita and the female queen Yaviga. Yeah, female queen. Oh my god. I don't know why. So there were a lot of other stuff. So these were just 2 famous ones. I'm going to talk about the other Northern Crusades in my videos. So next, let's go to the Crusades. Some of the famous people were Richard the Lionheart, but first I'm going to talk about the most famous of the First Crusade. There was Hugh of Vermandois. He was the brother of the King of France. There's Robert of Flanders. He also, a part of his army was Robert of Normandy and Stephen of Blois, which were relations to William the Conqueror. Then there was Godfrey de Bouillon. He was from Germany. He had his brother Baldwin, who would actually become the Count of Edessa and later the King of Jerusalem. Bohemond of Toronto and his nephew Tancred. Ramon Toll House, yes, Toll House, that ice cream company. He he had one of the largest armies, and he considered himself the leader, even though this next guy was also there, Bishop Adamar. Pope had appointed him to lead the crusade. There were a bunch of other people, but I'm just saying some famous on the first crusade. But trust me, there's other things. Western awesomeness, aka the Reconquista. So I recently learned that at the Spanish Crusades, aka the Western Crusades, were actually named the Reconquista, and I don't have enough research time before I release this video to change it. So I'm just gonna talk about kind of the idea of the Reconquista. So basically, when the Muslim empire started to form, they conquered southern Spain, and for most of the medieval age, they controlled sometimes all of Spain except some areas, but most of the time they just laid to the south. The Reconquista was probably the latest crusade. It went from the 1000s to the 1400s, when the last push to conquer Granada was performed. This was all in name of Christendom conquering Spain, because before this, Spain had mainly been controlled by Christians, same for a lot of the Mediterranean back then. So this was mainly just to kind of get Christendom a little more power. But then during the later ones, it was just for conquering Spain, and in the name of kingdoms like Castile and later Castilian and Aragon, and later the Kingdom of Spain. So I'm just saying, I don't have enough research time to give you some of the famous people in this. So, I just did this a little bit on the basics of the Reconquista. Thank you for watching my Crusades overview video, and if you did not think this video was very good, I agree with you. This was my least best YouTube video. So I am going to make a Crusades series, a 3-parter on each area of the Crusade. Please watch that. And I've noticed my mystery has gotten 0 views, so I suggest you watch that one. It's actually very good. And I actually created some playlists. I got my biology playlist with just the T-Rex family. I got my my literary genre, which includes my sci-fi and my mystery themed videos, and then I got my Carthage videos, which here's just a notification, I will be releasing a new one. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Until next time.